So how do I apply Vertex formula? Okay, so if I want to find the x coordinate of the vertex, really that's just p. So what I can do is I can just apply Vertex formula. So b in this case is going to be -6. And I want the negative of -6 divided by 2 times, and this a is equal to 4. Sorry, a is equal to 2, so I end up with negative is positive, so I end up with 3 over 2. Okay, which is 1.5. I essentially can solve for the x coordinate vertex. Now, if I want to find the y coordinate, all I need to do is plug that in. So I have the graph given here, and I want to find the point symmetrical to this. Well, if I sketch this graph, what do I know about this graph? I know I know it's upside down or something like that. I've got a point here, and I've got another point here. Really, I need to know the vertex, okay, or the axis of symmetry. So I want P. Okay, so I'm going to use Vertex formula. So I want the negative of negative B over 2 times A. So I'm going to end up with negative, so that's going to be negative 12 over 6, which is equal to 2. Negative 2. So I know that's where my vertex is. If I go 5 to the left, okay, I know that that is going to be 3 this way, so I want to go 3 this way. So this is going to be at -5, -13. This line here is at -2, x equals -2, and I want to find this point here, which I'm going to call M, and that's going to be at -13. Okay, so when I work out that M coordinate, I can use this idea of middle. Okay, so the formula looks like this: x1 plus x2 divided by 2 gives me my middle coordinate. Okay, well, although I know my middle coordinate, and maybe I'll change this variable here I'll change this variable to n. Okay, I can do -5 plus n divided by 2 equals the middle coordinate -2, and then solve for n. So n is equal to -4 plus 5. N must be equal to +1. Okay, so the coordinate that is symmetrical then is going to be at +1, -13. Okay, and this works out because I know that +1 is 3 units to the right, -5 is 3 units to the left. So that must be the symmetrical point. The last one here, we're just finding the value of b. If I want to find the value of b, what I can think of is, well, what happens if I plug in x and y? Because remember that this x and y of the function can always be plugged into the x and y of the graph. Okay, so when I plug that into the x and y of the graph, I'm going to be able to just have one variable left over. So y is equal to -22. X is going to be 3. So I end up with 3b plus 2. Well, this is an equation with one variable to solve for, so I'm just going to solve for b. So I end up with -9 plus 2 plus 3b. And then solving for the b value, I'm going to add 7 to both sides. And I end up with b is equal to -5.